Hello, bookish friends. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew. This is Drew's Ambitious Reading. Sorry for the messy hair. I just woke up from a nap and I was like, hey, why not film a video since we have daylight? So I am here to do the January book tag. I am going to be doing the January book tag, and this was created by Jan over at Jan Agneton. I'll leave her channel down below. Definitely check her out. She's an amazing booktube friend. There are 10 questions here on my phone, so let's get started and just chit chat for the day. So question one, it was, what was your last and your first, if you remember, book you read of 2023? And for me, my books are always backwards. For me, my first book of 2023, which I was kind of shocked because I thought it was another book that I read first, but it wasn't. It was this one. My first book I read for 2023 was Ruin by John Gwynne. Look at this behemoth of a book. I think this was my first book of the year because this was carried over from 2022 because I started reading this for the Merry Bookmas round in December of 2022, and I just finished it in January of last year. It was such an amazing sequel. I cannot wait to read Wrath, which is book 4, which I'm reading that this year and hopefully completing this 4-book series finally. So I really enjoyed it. I give it 3.5. It wasn't a 5-star read for me just because of the ending. The ending literally wrecked me in like the best way ever, and so I didn't give it a full 5-star because of that. And also it was kind of long for my taste, and it had a lot of like politics in it, and I wasn't a huge fan of that, but overall I still enjoyed it nonetheless. And I can't wait to see how this series will wrap up. Hopefully this is one of the series I can wrap up in 2024. My last book, I don't own it because I borrowed it from the library, but my last book is Star Wars 40 Stories, celebrating 40 years of Return of the Jedi from a certain point of view, which is book 3 of the trilogy. So I completed that trilogy this year, and it was really fun to read. Again, this one wasn't quite a 5-star read. It was more of a 3.5. This one I felt like was really long as well because it had 40 short stories, which is like the biggest anthology I've ever read, I think. So I didn't really enjoy it for that, but I did love how it was full cast audiobook, and the narrators were different voices every time, and there were sound effects and music and everything. It felt like I was watching Return of the Jedi while reading the book. So that was my last book, and it was also my 100th book too because I completed my reading goal. Challenge 2 is, what is your first read of 2024? So as I'm filming this, it's January 27th, and I've already read my first read of the year. I'll talk about it in my January wrap up. But my first book of the year was Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the sequel to Defy the Night, which is by Bridget Kemmerer, obviously. I recently just bought the finale of this trilogy, Destroy the Day, which I'll be reading that book in February. Spoiler alert for my February TBR. I am very excited to see how this trilogy wraps up, but I picked this as my first book of 2024 because I thought Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer was my first book I read in 2023, and I realized just today that it wasn't my first book, but it was still fun reading a sequel right off the bat because usually my sequels just sit on my shelf for years and I never get around to them, but I was able to get around to this one. I listened to this one via audiobook. I really enjoyed it. It was also my first 5-star read of the year, so that was really fun. And I did a weekly vlog for this one as well, so I'll leave that vlog up above or down below, so definitely check that out, and I'll talk more about this in my January wrap-up. Let's see, question 3, share 3 of your reading goals. I haven't made a goals video yet for my channel, but maybe I will today while I have time. But I have a couple goals that I thought I will share with you in here. So one of my goals is to complete 24 series in the year 2024. I always like to try and complete however many series it is in the year. And so this year I'm going to try and complete 24 series in 2024. which is a lot, so wish me luck. Question or goal number 2 is to complete my A to Z challenge that I'm doing. So in my notebook here, I have the A to Z challenge, and so far I've completed 4 of them, which is amazing. And so I want to read more of these letters and hopefully complete all of them, because last year I think I had like 4 letters I didn't complete, which is not bad, but still not great. So I'm hoping that I can complete my A to Z challenge. The final challenge for reading challenges I have is partake in Buzzword and TBR Knockout. So last year I tried to participate in my friend Mel over at Completely Melanie's TBR Knockout challenge that she has, and I just never get a chance to complete them. I don't think I completed it for JAN-uary, which is a bummer, but I'm hoping to in February, because I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I'll be talking about that in the month of February. I know the buzzword for February is positive words, so I need to find a positive word in the title and then read that for February. So I would like to try and complete buzzword and TBR knockout each month. That way those challenges can help me find the books to read for each of the challenges, and hopefully I'll get more books off my list that way. So those are 3 reading goals I have for 2024. Question 4 is share 3 of your most anticipated reads. Ooh, okay. I just partake in the Barnes & Noble pre-order sale. So I'll share you what I bought for that sale. The first one, I don't know how to say this title correctly, but it's Westia by Adeline Grace. I bought the exclusive Barnes & Noble edition. I'm so excited for this finale. This is the 3rd and final book in the Belladonna trilogy, and I read Belladonna and Foxglove. Absolutely love them. The way that Foxglove ended has me hooked. I can't wait to see what Westia has in store for us. That one comes out August 20th. I also bought Song of the Six Realms by Judy Island. Look at this cover. These covers for 2024 are stunning. This is a YA fantasy first book in a new series, and I read Judy Island's A Magic Steeped in Poison duology last year and really loved it. So I'm excited to read something new from her, and this is, like I said, a first in a YA series. And the last one that I got, well, I got one more, but it said to share 3. The last one I got is Cursed Boys and Broken Heart by Adam Sass. What did I read by Adam Sass? Oh, I read Your Lonely Nights Are Over by Adam Sass last year, and I absolutely loved it. And I want to read 99 Boyfriends by Adam Sass this year, so maybe I'll read that for one of the buzzword challenges. But this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling with male characters in it, and a male romance as well. Say less. I am signed up for it. Cursed Boys and Broken Heart comes out July 16th, and I don't think I said it, but Song of the Six Realms comes out April 23rd. So those are 3 titles that I bought from the Barnes & Noble pre-order sale, and I'm very excited for them because they all sound really, really great. Challenge 5, which goals did you reach or not reach last year? So the goals I did reach, I managed to complete my 100 book goal that I set on Goodreads last year. I literally finished my 100th book right before midnight on New Year's Eve, which is pretty fun to do that. It was stressful, but it was fun to do. I completed, did I complete anything else? I don't know how many series Editing Me can come on here and let you guys know, but I completed a few series that I wanted to get off my list, which is pretty exciting because I am very terrible at completing series, as you guys know. And then goals I didn't reach. I didn't partake in Buzzword or TBR Knockout last year. Didn't even do that. And I don't know. I don't know any of the goals that I didn't reach, to be honest. I know I have a couple of YouTube goals that I didn't reach, which was to get to 500 subscribers last year. So far, last I checked, I was at 203 or maybe even 300. Again, editing me can put it on the screen here. So yeah, I have a couple goals that I didn't reach and did reach. One of the awesome goals, which I'll talk about in my next question, is I got to meet some of my favorite authors that I've been always wanting to meet. So that's pretty fun. So yeah. Question 6 is, are there new releases this year that you have no desires to read? Honestly, I don't know. I say this every time, but I literally own all her books, but I don't know if I'll ever read Allie Hazelwood's novel. I don't know. I'm just too nervous because I haven't read a romance in a long time. But I know Allie Hazelwood has Bride coming out. Here's the cover. I don't know if I'll read this one. It sounds something I would like because it's werewolf and vampire story. I don't know if I'll like it though, so I'll have to wait and see what other people think of this book. And I know she has another one called Not in Love coming out this year, and again, I don't know if I'll read it because I own literally all of Allie Hazelwood's books and I just never picked them up. I did pick up one book last year, which I'll talk about here in a few minutes, but I didn't finish that one, so I'm nervous to see if I'll read anything else by Allie Hazelwood. I know there's a few adult thrillers I won't pick up. I know I told myself I'm done reading Ruth Rare, so I won't be picking up One Perfect Couple, I think is what the book is that Ruth Rare has coming out this year. I won't be reading that. So yeah, there's quite a few like adult thriller titles and authors that I won't pick up this year. So yeah, those are just a few that I can think of off the top of my head. Question 7 is, what are some reading habits you want to change this year, if any? So for me, it's honestly just buying less. I hate to say this, but buying less because my book hauls are always so massive and always so hard for me to film because of how many I get it each month. I want to try and read for like an hour every single day. I have been doing that, which is really great. But I want to continue doing that in 2024. I don't know. Oh, once I start a book, I have to finish it. And if I don't like it halfway through, I need to DNF it. I need to get better at DNFing books, especially because of some of the books I read last year that I didn't enjoy. And I don't know. I really don't know. I think those are like the 3 reading habits that I would like to change. Question 8 is, are there any adaptation you are excited about? Yes, there is. One of them is not really based off of a book, but it's a movie. It's a TV show that I'm very excited. If I can, I'll find a poster for it. Angel, no, go away. I see you, little paws, baby. um, but one of them, the 3rd and final season of Star Wars Bad Batch is coming to Disney Plus next month, which is pretty exciting, but also very sad because of what happened in season 2. I don't know when exactly it's coming out. I think it said March of this year, but I could be wrong. Season 3 of Heartstopper on Netflix comes out. And then right now, my mom and I are currently watching the new Percy Jackson adaptation, which has been very fun and joyful to do. So I really can't wait for all those, even though Percy Jackson is already out. Next question is, favorite bookish memory of last year? Yes, yes, yes. I had such a fun year for 2023, despite me being a little bit sick throughout the year. I was able to meet a few of my favorite authors. I was able to meet Rebecca Yarros, who's the author of the Fourth Ring Saga. I got to meet her last year, and I was able to ask her a question too, which was pretty fun. So I'll leave that video up above or down below. I also got to meet Kirsten White that same day I met Rebecca Yarros, and I love Kirsten White. She's an amazing YA middle grade author, so I need to read more of her books this year. That's a goal that I want to do. I was also, who else did it? Oh, last year early on in 2024, I met a lot of authors from the Rick Ryan and Presents company. I met Roseanne A. Brown. She recognized me from my booktube and from my Instagram. Kingwa Mabala I met this year, who's the author of Tristan Strong. That was really fun. Surat Chada I met this year. He sent me an arc of his sequel that was coming out in 2023, which I read and loved. I also met Carlos Hernandez. And I feel like there's one other author that I met that I'm forgetting. No. But yeah, I got to meet some really cool authors this past year, and I'm hoping to continue that trend. I know for sure, which will be a very exciting vlog for you guys, I am meeting Holly Black in March. What? I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I bought my ticket for that book event, and that's happening in March, very early on in March. And my mom was so kind enough to take me there because you guys know I hate driving on the freeways. So my mom is going to take me to that book event, and I get to meet up with one of my good friend Karen over at Books and Butter on Instagram. I get to meet up with her again because we met at the Rebecca Yarros event, and it was really fun getting to meet her there. So I'm happy to say I get to meet up with one of my friends that I've talked to on Instagram ever since I met her. So that's going to be a pretty exciting day. And also I'm hoping for this year's booktube memory is I'm hoping I can go to Y'all West or Y'all Fest, one of the two, either one, probably Y'all West since that's closer, because I went there 2 years ago now and it was really fun. So I'm hoping I can do Y'all West again this year. No promises though. Question 10, which is the final question. Any carryovers from last year that you still plan on finishing this year? Yes, I am very bad. I think that's one of the reading habits I want to change is once I like start the book, I either need to finish it or DNF'd it. So I have a couple books that I started last year that I never finished. So let's talk about them. The first one, this is actually being read in the month of February. So hopefully I'll be finishing Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. This is the third and final book in the Last Hour trilogy. I started it last year, got halfway through before I softly DNF'd this one, so hopefully I can pick it back up this next month. This one was recommended to me by my friend Clint over at Reads Readers. I'll leave his channel down below, but he recommended me Love and Monsters by Max Walker. Max Walker. This is the first book in a new adult romance series, and I was enjoying it from when I was reading it at the time. I got to page 85 in this book, and I just never finished it. So, like, come on, Drew. Really? It's so small, too. Like, the smallest book out of this whole stack. And it's a male romance novel. LGBTQ rep? Yes, please. Speaking of Allie Hazelwood, I started Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood. This was sent to me to read and review from Penguin Teen, and I started it, and I got more than halfway through, and I am this much left in the book. I don't know if I'll pick this back up or not. Maybe I'll pick this back up in February for my romance theme that I have going on. But honestly, I don't know. I'm too nervous for it to pick it back up now. But I'm literally 175 pages into this book. So, like, I could have finished this last year, but I didn't. I was supposed to read this one for my book club for Queer Reads last year. Never did. I started it, never finished it. The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Mark Oshiro. One of my most anticipated reads of last year. Never got around to finishing it. I was annotating it too, so maybe I'll read it this year since I'm going to need something to hold me over after finishing the Percy Jackson TV show. But yeah, I still need to read this one. And last but not least, this one I stopped reading because I was buddy reading this with my friend Taylor, and apparently she never started it like I thought she did. But my friend Taylor and I was buddy reading Fire by Kirsten Cashore. This is book 2 of the Graceling Realm series. I read 1 through 3 already when I read them in high school, and she never read them before, so this is her first time reading them. She read Graceling last year with me, and so now we were going to read Fire in 2022 or 2023. Wow. In 2023, and then we never did. Well, I started it. I got to page 113, chapter 9, so I definitely want to pick this book back up because I was really enjoying it. And again, another book I started to annotate but never finished. So hopefully I'll restart this one in 2024 and then just continue on with the rest of the series. So there you have it. That is the January book tag. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And if you want to do this tag, you have been it. And I hope to see you guys down in the comments below. I hope you all have a great day or night or not. The choice is yours. And happy reading. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.